Matric, the culmination of 12 years of schooling. It marks the end of an era and the beginning of the next chapter in a young person's life. But with all the joy it brings, it's undoubtedly the most stressful year for pupils. The pressure, anxiety and endless learning. The matriculants of past decades may have thought it was tough, but nothing can compare to what the class of 2020 is going through. They've lost crucial tuition time and face an uncertain road ahead. Some have been fortunate with resources to make up for lost time. For others, it's been a major setback.
It's just a lot of psychological stress, and it raises the question, which is more important, my education or my well-being? And right now, that's up to the government to decide.
My fear is that due to the daily infection rate, it's really high. So I think that we should go back, but it's also very troubling to know that we are going back and these infections are just rising and rising uncontrollably.
This week, teachers returned to schools to prepare for classes. For schools in urban areas, this may be easier than those in far-flung areas. Pupils' views on their return differ. Some are excited to reunite with their teachers and peers.
As a Matric student, there were things I was looking forward to this year, like my Matric dance, my last day at school, my last final exam, and spending this year with my friends, which unfortunately got cut short by this pandemic. We go back to school on the 1st, and personally, I'm quite excited, as I'd like to see my teachers and my friends. I'd like to be in a learning environment, as I don't enjoy online learning as much as other students do.
Others are dreading going back to school.
If we go back to school, it means for many subjects that are content heavy, we're going to pack a lot of information in a short space of time, which affects our ability to learn, which means our results at the end of the year aren't going to be what we want them to be. School is a safe space for many students, and I understand why it needs to be open. However, there are many issues that need to be considered.
Psychologist Dr. Kashdi Maharaj says matriculants this year have been put under immense pressure like no other class before them. As much as their safety and catch-up programs are important, their mental well-being is crucial. She cautioned against unnecessary and additional pressure.
So it gives them a sense of safety and security, so it alleviates all the anxiety that they are feeling at present. So I think mental health is a very big issue, and I think that's one of the things that the school needs to take into consideration when the children are there, is to constantly be talking about, making them feel much more safer, that we're doing everything, and that, your fears are heard, and that we are doing something about it.
Despite the challenges the class of 2020 face, many are grateful for the support so far.
I'm very privileged, so my education isn't something that I'm too worried about, because I know that I have access to Wi-Fi and to an iPad where I can do my online lessons. My biggest fear is doing well on my finals, because I want to go to medical school next year.
As government and parents continue to prepare and debate their future, this is their message.
A word of advice to all department officials and those in charge of a future that isn't even theirs. Please, if you are going to be talking about my future, consult with me first.
I am Mhlongo, SABC News, Durban.